What's up, dude?
Hey!
How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little chilly, so I brought a blanket today, and I am not gonna apologize because I'm comfy.
Why are you chilly? Wait a second. Do you have the Rona? Do you have the chill?
No, it's just a little chilly here in Texas
Do I have
right
to go get a
now.
mask?
No, I mean, we are, contrary to what some people may think, we are not in the same studio.
We
We're
are not
in the
as
same
good. Look,
studio.
the main difference is mine don't look as good as yours. Well, we can't see yours right now, but yours are like perfectly centered in space, and mine's are like gap.
That's because I am dating a very particular person.
Dude, yeah, I got to spend a few minutes with him and asking him for some YouTube advice, and he gave me this whole list, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. He's very he knows what he's talking about.
If you ask him a question and he knows anything about it, you are in a course now. Those are the rules, and I don't make them.
So I was in a Holy Kool-Aid YouTube content creator training course.
You can add that to your resume.
Yes. Hand out degrees.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's like a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, I keep forgetting New Year's Eve, right?
I know, it feels weird. It feels weird. Like I'm thinking of, okay, so I'm reflecting on other New Year's Eves I've had, and not the last one, but the one prior to, I rang in the new year, standing on a coffee table in my house at the time, full of people I didn't know, going, what are all these people doing in my house? And then I sprayed champagne in my ex's face.
Ooh, well, that must have been fun.
It was. I feel so bad because we're on great terms, but I will never forgive him for this, and I will drag him, and that's just too bad. My ex forgot 5 years, not 5 years, because we did it for 4 years. He forgot 4 years in a row to kiss me on the New Year's countdown. And the last year that we were together, he was like, I know, I always forget. I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to remember this time. And it's like 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year. And he starts pouring everyone else more champagne, pours my glass, turns around, hugs other people. And I was on the coffee table and I was like, and then he turns around and faces me and I splashed it in his face and went, Happy New Year. It was really mean, but
that is mean, dude.
I was so fed up. 4 years, man.
Yeah, so I used to DJ in a bar for New Year's, all the time back in my younger years. And I gotta say, I avoided New Year's Eve kisses like the plague, because when you're in a bar, most people want to find someone to kiss. So whenever I would hear that line, whether I liked the person or not, I would just be like, I would just dodge it and walk away. I'm like, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm not going to kiss some random person.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Especially a person at a bar. I have no issue with other people doing it. I just didn't do that.
I don't think I've ever spent New Year's at a bar. So I didn't realize that people did that. They just find a person. If you make eye contact with someone and they look down, you just kiss them.
Well, no, it'll be hey, I need a New Year's kiss. Or
it's like a hunt.
Or you'll hear them say I sure hope I can find someone to kiss on New Year's.
Bye.
Okay, sorry.
Oblivion. Fades into my green screen, which I was earlier, and I wanted to wear a fireworks shirt, but then I thought that's a little silly.
I should have a fireworks background too to match you.
I know. I decided last minute and had Thomas help me, so I'm sorry. But now we look a little bit like we're in different locations, so people won't get nervous.
That's true. So anyways, what are we doing here today?
We're doing something a little bit different. We have no format. We are loosey-goose in it today and just gonna enjoy the holiday. We have a friend here with us. If you want to call in about relationships, by all means. Or if you just want to call in and say, hey, wish us a happy new year, that would be great. Everyone's kind of lonely during COVID, so.
Okay, confession, Hannah. I totally forgot to open the lines.
Open the lines.
I'm doing that right now, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, after Ethan opens the lines, if you want to call us and wish us a happy new year or vent about how you're all by yourself and have no one to kiss, or you want to brag about all the people you're kissing, which you shouldn't be because mono and also COVID. I hope that you're all...
Well, I'm more worried about COVID than mono.
I know, but I'm saying mono is like notoriously the kissing thing, right?
Yes.
You get it from the smooches, not necessarily always, but
I got it in high school and it sucked.
From
all right, hold on
smooching?
1 second. I have to mute my phone so I can connect the line.
All right, I'll vamp. Bow, bow, ba-da-dum, bam, bam, ba-brow, bow. That's from Match Game. Well, hello to everyone in the chat.
Okay,
Are we finished?
yeah, we're finished. The line's open.
Okay, it's open. If you want to call and say Happy New Year, or actually keep us like kind of on format and talk about relationships, you're more than welcome. But today we're just enjoying it. It's a holiday.
And we got to talk about this crazy year. Like, I have so much I could talk about. Sorry. I am overly excited. And confession, I did have a little bit of wine, and I may or may not have consumed just a teensy bit of marijuana prior to this.
You say that thing before every show. Confession, I may have consumed a little bit of wine. I'm just going to assume that you're having some. I'm having a little bit of whiskey right now. A little bit of bourbon to be more.
You're a whiskey girl?
Yeah, like a little bit of Elijah Craig. I like to say it like it's scotch, but it's not. It's bourbon. And it's delicious. It's my favorite right now.
Well, my white wine is not very delicious.
I'm making that face not because I can't handle whiskey, because you said white wine. I'm definitely a Cabernet girl.
Ugh. I mean, I don't really like wine as is, but I can't really find anything I like anymore. I mean, I do enjoy Patron, but I don't really like doing hard liquor anymore.
You got to find what you like, but I'm not one of those people that's like, you need to drink until you enjoy it. But like, you know, mix it up once in a while. If you don't want to, don't do it. Whatever. Should we bring in our friend?
We should, but real quick, we should talk about, like, even though I will, smoke and drink occasionally, one thing I don't like is the peer pressure around either of them. If you offer someone and they don't want to smoke or drink, don't force it on them. Don't insist they do it. Don't pressure them to do it. Just leave them alone. As
someone who typically can't partake in cannabis because it makes me anxious, not so much as it used to. Like now, it's not a big deal, but before, like, I felt like I was not part of this really cool club. I mean, I'm from California, so everyone smoked, and it just made me feel I would just freak out. And I don't know, I'm in a better place in my life, or at least like kind of my anxiety is kind of leveled out. So it's a lot easier now, but still once in a while I'll be like, I might freak out, and I don't really feel like doing that. And now that I'm older, people kind of just like, they don't, I have very, very good friends as well. So like no one bats an eye, but I have been places they're like, oh, you won't freak out. You won't freak out. It's fine. It's fine. Just look one, like trying to like talk me into it. I'm like, why do you care so much whether I smoke or not? Like, why? It's like, just weird if I don't. Sorry.
Oh, never mind. I was going to tell a funny story, but I'm not. That's my lovely ex.
Aw.
Do you know what she goes? I made a post and I was like, what is your best what was it? Favorite goal you accomplished on New Year's this year? And she put getting you out of the house. I was like, dude,
she sounds fantastic.
Dude, she's so good at burns, and she included a middle finger. But for those who don't know us, that's our sense of humor.
Good. I love having like a healthy relationship with your ex. We've talked about this before, but I don't know. I don't like holding on to anger, man.
Me neither, dude. I just want to be chill and happy with everybody.
Yeah. Why can't we be friends?
Right.
Why you have to be mad?
Dude, by the way, did you know who my guest was last night?
Yeah. Yeah. I said I was going to be there, but I ended up getting really drunk. I'm sorry. It's the holidays. And so I have to go watch it. But I told everyone I knew about it.
Oh, well, that counts. It ended up going for 3 hours.
No freaking way.
Yes, I was actually starting to feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to take your time. And he's like, no, we'll keep going. I'm like, okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a really awesome conversation based on like some of the feedback I've been hearing as well. So I'm really, really excited. Where can they find that, Ethan?
Well, they can find it on this channel right here. It's the last video. It is extremely long, so you may need to watch it in a few sittings. But dude, it was a very engaging audience during the broadcast. Like, I think this was one of the first times where I've had a stream and nobody bickered in the comments.
Awesome.
Like, there was no fighting, there was no debating, there was no nothing. There was just like back and forth compliments, and it was really awesome. I'm like, that's what I want every time. I don't want people yelling at each other in the comments section.
Well, I hear he has an awesome fan base, and that's the best.
They refer to themselves as the core. And he probably recognized them, and they I guess they follow him regularly, and they know him very well. And they are, dude. They were some of the most loving people I've ever had in my comments. Like, they were so fucking nice.
Well, that's perfect for the friendly community. We love that.
Yes, that's exactly what we want in this friendly atheist community. Positive skepticism, friendly dialogue, and just trying to be nice to each other.
Yeah, just chill the fuck out, man.
And I apologize. I think I might be more hippie than normal because I did, smoke a little. And that
why didn't everyone just love each other, man?
Bro, come on, man. Like,
leave all the negativity in 2020. That year sucked.
Oh, hi, Phoenix. Yeah. Phoenix was there last night as well. A member of the core. And yeah, he will keep going. He has so much to say. It was cool because when I reached out to him, I was excited to talk to him, but I didn't know just how much he knew when it came to, science, religion, politics. He is so well read, and it's really it was really exciting to talk to him.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing that.
But now that I'm done gushing, I do want to talk about this whole year and everything that has happened. Do you want to start, Hannah? Do you have anything you want to talk about, or do you want me to start?
No.
Rambling?
No. Honestly, I had in terms of personal growth and just Hannah's year, it was pretty good. I mean, there were really awesome milestones and changes that happened that were very necessary and very awesome. But there's a lot that I'm missing. And in terms of, in comparison to what other people are missing, because a lot of people have had loss this year, like real loss, I consider myself very fortunate. My heart aches because I'm a community theater person, and I haven't been able to do that since I moved out of California in March. I literally started a French farce, was starting to work on it, and then we started doing social distance rehearsals, and then we just shut it down because we're like, this will probably last a couple weeks, maybe months, but we'll pick it back up. And then I had to call the director and say, I'm moving to Texas, so I don't know if this is going to work. So I don't know. And that kind of broke my heart. But at the same time, of course he was super understanding. None of us saw this coming. None of us knew how long this was going to last, and it's still going on. And but me moving to Texas is one of the best things I could have done for myself. So I'm really, really happy about that. And I've, friends I already knew from Texas are like my family now. And it's really great. I'm so lucky. I started a new job, got a new place, new friendships. And
And you have awesome weather out there.
Awesome weather.
Yeah, isn't it really warm in Texas?
Right now it's cold and raining. But I haven't been through a Texas winter yet. I mean, specifically where I am, the winters aren't so harsh, but apparently they only last for like a month and then it's fine. I mean, I'm from California, so like any weather other than California, I kind of whine about. Because that's perfect. But
it's
in
like
terms
20
of
degrees over here.
Pardon?
Like 20 degrees over here right now.
Right. Yeah, it's like in the high 30s. So like to me, that's freaking cold.
That is cold.
It is cold, but it's not snowing. So
truthfully, I don't know why I still live in Illinois because this weather sucks. Like, I wanted to get out of Illinois for a while.
Well, come to the atheist community.
Dude, trust me, I've thought about it. Like the atheist homeworld or the atheist hellmouth is right
headquarters of atheism. It makes us sound like honestly, people who say like atheism's a cult. I want you to know when I first got into this community, I did, I consider myself a skeptic. I'm not like the most brilliant human being, but I did check myself because I was getting that like warm feeling of community that cults and religion are really good at making you feel. And so I thought, wait, am I in a cult? Am I fooling myself? And then I was like, no, we're good. Okay, we're fine. But there was a moment where I did question it. I'm like, I'm here. There's like a hub. I don't know. I was trying to like check off the boxes and I was like, okay, it doesn't fit any of them, but it's good to like check yourself and make sure you're not just blindly following something because it feels good.
That's very true. And this year, I have learned how supportive this community has been. It's just been wild. And at first, I'm like, okay, these people are helping me out. What do they want? Like,
everyone just like cares so much because we have so many of the same goals. Like,
speaking
we just
of
want to lift each other up.
Caring people, let's bring one of those caring people on right now before I continue to ramble about the year. Hey,
I know you've been so patient, IQ.
Why, hello.
Hey.
How is everybody today?
Happy New Year. Almost. We're good. Go ahead, Ethan. Sorry.
I apologize. I ramble a little bit when I smoke.
No, there's lots to talk about.
What's patience worth unless you have a weight to endure?
Patience is what? Say that again.
What's patience worth unless you have to wait?
I don't know. I'm a really impatient person, so I just hate that.
you know who has actually helped my impulsiveness very much is Puck.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'll make like for those that don't know, I kind of like towing the line and being a little like, I guess you could say positively in your face. Especially like on my personal Facebook page. I can be a little obnoxious, not rude or disrespectful, but fun. Like I am very transparent and blunt about everything in my personal life. And I'll post goofy dance videos, things like that. I forgot where I was going with the story.
What I want to know, IQ, is there anything, welcome to the pickup line, first of all.
I made it.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Is there any?
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Hannah. I am a totally
well, because we talk to IQ all the time, so it's just like, "Hey, buddy, welcome." But like,
wait,
just the IQ. You've seen me around. I'm a moderator, and I help wherever I can.
Yeah,
and as much time as I have to give. So that's pretty much just it in a nutshell. And I joke a lot. Because, funny.
I make a joke because humor. No, we love our mods, and none of this would be possible without you. So thank you.
Yeah, him and BestName were like my two first like mods, and it was like, why are these? I remember like, why are these people helping me? But it's like, wow, these are just really nice people, legitimately trying to help. Like it was such a welcoming feeling because I came from a very cutthroat industry, the DJ industry. And while I have never been a cutthroat person, which in many ways has impacted my business in other ways because I always wanted to do everything I can to help a business out, or, you know, work my price down a little bit to if someone was in need. So at times I would do that a little too much. But anytime you went to another DJ with a question, it was always, well, what's in it for me? It was like, yeah, you were either paying them or, you know, they had beef with you or whatever. And so if I needed something, I would play that game in the sense where I'd be like, okay, hey, I need this from you. Here's what I'll give you. But I didn't like that. Like, I made sure anytime those DJs offered me help, want nothing to do with it, because I know it would be coming later. Like, they would be like, well, hey, I did this for you. Like, they were really bad at that. And I got myself into trouble on so many occasions because I would start to screw with these other DJs. Like, I'm like, all right, if I found a guy that was just an asshole, I couldn't like let it be. I wanted to mess with them. So this one time, I was newer to the industry, and there was this karaoke guy across the street that was incredibly disrespectful, especially to women. He was just not a good person. And I wanted to steal his audience. So
wow,
yes. So I first started taunting him. Like, I sent him roses. I sent him a signed autograph picture. I had it delivered at the bar when he was on stage. But then my final thing was I bought like 500 feet of speaker cable. So I was from my bar, and I put the speakers across the street to his bar and started blasting my music and talking to try and encourage people to come over to my bar. Needless to say, I ended up being the one guy standing. He got let go, and I had that gig for a long time. Now, looking back, I feel kind of jerkish about it because
he sucked.
He did suck, but I don't like that vindictive mentality, and that's what I was doing. I was dispensing my own justice. It was, hey, I have determined that based on the evidence, this guy's a jerk, and therefore, because he's a jerk, that makes what I'm going to do to him completely acceptable.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to think about it. You always want to, it's not always easy, but taking the high road is what you should do, I guess.
You don't want to let the war mentality consume you, but it was a battle of wits, and you outwitted him. Did he have the dedication to buy all that speaker cable and try to gain your audience? No, he just wanted to be a dick, and that was it. And you took the initiative to be a jerk to only one person, and that was for them being a jerk. So I would say you're in the clear for that.
Okay, well, that's wasn't just one person, but thank you. Whenever I ZJ, so for instance, this bar in downtown Naperville, I had decided that, well, this DJ actually like regularly talked smack. I was young, I was stupid, and he's like blasting me, and I'm like, this guy does not know who he's screwing with right now. So I got an mini army of my followers, like 15 to 20 of us. We dressed up in like camouflage. I brought a megaphone, and we invaded the bar.
This is like straight up turf war.
Yeah, dude,
the DJs and the KJs. That's amazing.
Yes. Now, to be clear, I didn't do it in any type of like physically intimidating way. Like, I wasn't trying to start any type of physical altercation. It was just, hey, I'm going to screw with you, and this is how I know how to do it. I had a very WWE mentality. Like,
you put on a show, baby.
Make it fun. But that's also in so many ways what I won several like karaoke and DJ awards. So
wow, Ethan.
Mentality. Like, I mean, for instance, I would go on stage and dance to Single Ladies in pink booty shorts. I would learn the NSYNC dances. Like, I wasn't just a get behind the booth, play the music, and shut up. I was an entertainer. So I miss that. I don't miss DJing, but man, what I wouldn't give to be on stage right now.
I agree. I think if I was still living in California and there wasn't the pandemic, there's this place called the Folsom Hotel, and my favorite KJ in the world named Matt. worked there. I don't know what's going on with the whole pandemic, and I moved, but so I'm assuming it's not happening as of late, but that is where I'd be right now. I love that place with all my heart.
I would also like to give a special shout out to Dave Warnock, who has started, co-hosting The Perspective. He's going to be on a rotating schedule with us. So,
nice.
Yes, super cool, man.
That's awesome. He's a phenomenal guy.
He is.
He's inspirational, man.
He is very inspirational, and he aligns with my goals in so many ways. He's just polite, respectful, compassionate, and listens to people. And it's just like, that's the atheist community I want to build.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. I love you all so much, guys. If there's anything I'm super grateful for in 2020, I feel like a lot of us we've banded together over a lot of things. And what you drinking, Hannah? I'm drinking Elijah Craig Kentucky bourbon, and it's my favorite right now. No, and then I Ethan, you had me start this, being your co-host, and that's really exciting. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be positive right now because it's a little weird.
What's weird?
The pandemic and everything, the world. I'm sorry, I wasn't being very eloquent. I got thrown off. Sorry, Dave. I started thinking about whiskey, and I was like, I love whiskey so much. And then I was like, get back on track.
There has been, and obviously I want to acknowledge it. 2020 has been horrible for the majority of the population, and it sucks what people are going through, that our government is not helping them, like that they're sitting there fighting back and forth between 600 and 2,000 for a stip. That's nothing. That's not going to cover somebody's rent. And
no, not even a portion. Well, I mean a portion, but a very small portion. Yeah,
closer to half. But
it sucks. And I recognize that, but at the same time, I want to do my best to try and focus as much as I can on the positive things that have happened this year, because this, in so many ways, I've been fulfilling dreams I've had for years. And it's like, I almost like, dude, this has been the best year of my entire life, despite everything that has happened. And I feel terrible saying that because it's been horrible for so many people. I am fortunate. I am privileged. I am lucky. And I recognize that. But I am still really happy and proud with everything I've accomplished this year.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging like that things are going well for you, and you could still be very aware and have your heart in the right place, and recognize that a lot of people are really freaking going through it right now. So
yeah, I mean, you can be grateful for everything good that has happened, be optimistic, but without, throwing shit at people who are going through hell. You can still be compassionate and stay on the bright side of everything, and that's actually right where you want to be.
Yeah,
depression
the best thing you can
sucks.
do. Yeah, the best thing you can do as people who are having a better time is I don't know, extending a hand to those who aren't. So
yeah, and here's a good one. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensitivity, but through greatness of mind. Aristotle.
Right. There we go, Aristotle.
And one of the things I want to point out is there, like, recently, someone had made the insinuation that I was naive because I am, I try to be nice. I try to be compassionate. And I'm just like, I want to look at that person like, dude, you don't know what I've been through. Like, I've endured some shit. And there was a point in my life where I was bitter. I was angry. I was vindictive. I only focused on the negative. And I'm like, dude, this is killing my mind and killing my life. And I did my best to fight, and I still do every day, to focus as much on the positive as I can, because to me, that negative shit, it drains you and it keeps pulling you down, and it's hard, and you have to fight against it as hard as you can. And
Yeah.
whether some people might need medication, some people might need therapy. We all need help, and it's okay. That's another thing I learned of 2020. It's okay to say, I need help. I had to do that at one point this year. It was a horrible 2 weeks for me at one point. And I, trigger warning, had some severe suicidal ideation. It was mentally crippling in a way that I could never fathom before. And I remember being in that and thinking of myself years ago when I would used to say, anxiety, don't be a baby. You're depressed, get over it. I remember saying these things to
Go
people.
for a walk.
Right.
Go
Just
exercise.
go to the gym. It's that easy. Just get off your ass. Like, I would say that crap. And I'm thinking about that while I was going through this. And I'm like, wow, like this, I can't shake this off. I can't just stand up and snap out of it. This sucks. So I had to turn myself in for help, because I'm like, there is something broken going on in my head. I don't know how to explain it, but all I can focus on is how badly I don't want to be here. And
If you get sick to the point where you like can't function and it's not getting better, you go to the doctor. And I don't see it as it's no different. And I don't know, it's if people would stop pretending that it's something you can control. And like, why would I want to feel this way is what I tell people. Like, what if I could just snap out of it, you think I would?
Right. You can't. Like, trust me, when I'm feeling like that.
If you cut yourself at home, you try to stop the bleeding. You get a Bandaid, do whatever you got to do. If you can't stop the bleeding, you go to the emergency room. Your mental health should be no different.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. We kind of touched on for a second, you know, it's okay to acknowledge that you're having a good time, while still being sympathetic. And if you can, if you're in a good place, try to help those who aren't doing as well as you. Something I want to touch on. I don't even know how to get into this, because it's mind-boggling to me that this happens, because I am very lucky that I live in a country where I have the right to say what I want. I can be criticized by peers and whatnot, but I won't go to jail for it. Right now, a friend of ours in the community is going through, I guess, a legal battle. I don't know how much I can go into detail, because one, I don't have that much information, but at the same time, it's a very sensitive thing. Basically, it's a politically what's the word I'm trying to say? Politically motivated arrest. What's happened to our friend Zara K, who is the founder of was it Faithless Hijabi? And
so everyone's aware, he is a former Muslim and now atheist activist.
Yes, thank you. You put that way better than I did. I kind of didn't really plan on. I kind of a couple seconds ago was like, "Hey, Ethan, can I talk about this?" So I'm just kind of diving in. But it's a really crazy thing that's happening. That shouldn't happen, especially going into 2020, 2021. You know, we've come so far, and we still have so much work to do. As far as free speech and freedom of expression and freedom of religion and freedom to not have religion. But the link is in the chat right now if you're on YouTube. I don't know if it posts anywhere else, Ethan, but yeah, we want to get those charges dropped because they're absolute bullshit.
Wait. Okay, update. Zara can return with her lawyer on the 5th. So
amazing. Okay. Return, like leave the country? She's in Tanzania. This is not happening in the US, but regardless, it shouldn't be happening at all.
No, we should be able to express, and that's also why at times I'll find myself at odds with certain people, because to me, like, I want as much free speech as possible. And I don't want to restrict others based on my own beliefs. And it's such a crazy, it's such a dangerous line to toe when you want to be an advocate for free speech, but then you also do not want to platform or participate in hate speech either. And
Right.
I'm still learning the line.
No, that's okay then. It's good that you can admit that. I
You're
think
going
my
to have your
problem
own
with
line. Sorry, Hannah, go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
What did you
You
say?
were talking first. I'm going to shut up. You go ahead. You finish.
But Ethan and I talk so much. No, I mean, the thing about when you, and I think I might be paraphrasing something I got from Alex O'Connor, Cosmic Skeptic. When you censor, the trouble with censorship is when you censor even things like hate speech, there's no room to criticize those bad ideas. And so you're kind of saying, shh, you can't talk about it. So you kind of force it underground for like-minded individuals to just kind of cultivate all these bad ideas without them being challenged.
Right.
As much as I want to protect people who can be harmed by hate crimes and hate speech and things like that, I think that there's still, I don't know. I don't have a fix all for this because,
Me neither.
I'm a freaking
It's an incredibly nuanced conversation.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have your own attitude, right? You're going to have your own worldview, and everybody's going to have their own beliefs. And, you're not entitled to, you don't have to respect a belief.
No.
But you do have to respect people. Maybe you don't even have to, but I'm going to recommend it.
I think, yeah.
You're going to have your own line. And I'm not going to silence somebody for different beliefs. I drew my line at behavior.
Yes.
How does how you act affect other people? Does it make people angry? Is it out of frustration? Or are you being callous? Or are you being bossy? Or are you being a bully? Are you just trying to get a rise out of people? These are important concepts that, if you're a moderator pretty much everywhere, that, I don't silence people just because they have a different belief. I run into a lot of people, and I don't have all the answers. It's not like I'm Mr. Right. I'm Mr. Skeptic. Like I'm Mr. I don't believe you. So it's not like I have all the answers to the cosmos, and I can just say, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm saying, no, you don't behave like that. And that's where I draw my line, and everybody gets to draw their own line. And if it's right or wrong, it's I'm not really sure who that's up to, except for yourself. And you'll get feedback on how that fares out with everybody else.
Yeah, boundaries are still important.
Yeah. I personally have very different lines for myself than I do other people. And what I mean is, there have been times where, like, say someone came on one of my posts or in the YouTube comments insulting me, and my friends quickly jump to my defense. I'm like, hey, don't like, if someone's coming at me, let them, don't block them. I don't care about the insults they use. They can say whatever they want to me, but not everyone's like that. So when it comes to how they treat other people, that's where I am stricter. Like, dude, if you're going to be in my comment section, you got to be respectful. Can't be throwing around insults. Again, if they're at me, don't care. My people in the comments, my co-host, guest, anyone, like, just, I don't know.
That's hard. I'm really one of those people that if you insult someone I care about, I like I don't know. People can insult me, and I'll feel like secretly bad about it, and I try to put on a brave face. But when someone I care about gets like bullied or something,
my buddy Fitz tells me that like, when I with my close friends, I turn into Joe from You. He was like, because anytime he goes on a date, I'll be like, okay, what's her name? What's her Facebook profile? What's her number? What area is she from? Like, I'm going down this list. But then when I have to go meet someone on a date, I don't ask any questions. I'm just like, hey, you're nice. You like pizza? Cool. Like, I'm there. Yeah, like, I don't really care. But with my friends, close friends, I get more paranoid and protective.
Oh my gosh, you're a mom. That's adorable.
You should see how protective I am over my cat, like, and my nephew, dude. Like, I won't invite people over to my house unless my nephew's not here. because I don't want to bring him around other people. And it's like, he's my little guy. He's my little baby. I don't want to expose him to anything else.
You have to protect the baby.
Right. But also, I keep him and protect him away from my stuff. Like, I don't walk around and talk to him about atheism. Now, granted, both my brother and I are atheists, but I don't expose him to anything outside of encouraging him to ask questions.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And he posed a great question the other day, and I was like, dude, this kid's only 5 and he's gonna do this. We were watching Last Action Hero, and he goes, Uncle, if they're watching people in a movie, could people be watching us and we're in the movie? And I was like, yes, we could be. Like,
there's no way to really know unless you know, and this could all be a simulation.
Right.
And Elon Musk is in charge.
But it's the fact that the gears were turning in there, and he was thinking completely abstractly, and it was unprovoked. That's beautiful.
Right. It was, holy crap, dude, you're going to be like a Super Saiyan skeptic.
No. He's like, but what if everything began last Thursday?
Well, I do hear him occasionally annoying other family members the same way I used to with, but why? Just, I used to do that nonstop.
Encourage that. Encourage it.
Right. But I still annoy people with that because I do have endless number of questions. And it's been problematic for most of my life. It got me in trouble in school. It got me in trouble with almost every boss I've ever had. I can't help
where you are now because you kept asking why.
That's true. It's like I was destined to become an atheist.
Hey, it wasn't even your will, was it? We're just the way we are. I don't know. I don't believe that entirely.
The right question is a powerful thing.
It is. There is one thing I do want to actually summarize, if I can, in about 5 minutes.
All right, go for it.
And then I'll try to bring my rambling down. And if anyone does want to talk to us, numbers on the screen, you're welcome to call in, tell us, anything good that's happened to you this year. We always enjoy a good dating or relationship story as well.
Yeah, but today we're all over the place today. And yeah, we're just, as Ethan puts it, we're just rainbow barfing today. It's a holiday.
I got that from Puck. So for those that don't know, I ramble, and Puck refers to it as rainbow barf. He's like,
ramble?
It works. I don't understand why, because it doesn't really make sense. It's just positive stuff. And I'm like, thanks, dude. Anyways, okay. So
story time.
For those that don't know, I started my channel on February 4th of this year as a result of a Christian. It was Larry the Christian that finally, I had been looking for people to debate for a while, and I had finally found someone to debate with publicly. And we started recording, and that was the launch of Your Friendly Neighborhood Atheist. And from there, I finally got other people talking to me. And I ended up on February 16th, I called in to Talk Heathen because I needed some advice on how to deal with a specific trans situation that I was being pulled into. I got some great feedback from them, but because of that show, Tina Marie and Cynthia McDonald ended up finding my content, and they were like my first 2 supporters. And Cynthia became one of my first contributors, and Cynthia McDonald is a YouTuber. She's appeared on the Nonprofits regularly. So I was very happy, brought her in, and now she's a YouTuber, and we worked together. After three days after that, the day I called in to Talk Heathen was also the day I had moved out of my home, and essentially the partner I had been with for 12 years. So we had split last year, granted, but that was when, we moved out and just kind of took our break from each other until we could find our friendship again. 3 days after that, I had surgery on my arm. So I'm in my new house. I'm in this cast working on my atheist channel. And as things progress, I got my first presuppositionalist Christian to debate. And I got stumped on one of the first questions. How do you know what you know? No one had ever asked me that before. So when I'm like, well, I believe this because this, he's like, how do you know? And I'm like, I just know. He's like, how? I'm like, shit, I've never had to explain how I know what I know before. What does that even mean?
It's a great
There
question.
comes epistemology. And so I got to spend some time learning that. Learned a lot from V and Puck. Speaking of which, how I met Puck and Kenneth Leonard was a result of my debate with the presuppositionalist Christian. Both of them, unbeknownst to each other, had reached out to me and was like, hey, I saw your thing. Do you need some help? That was their nice way of saying, hey, man, you didn't do good.
Hey, man, you screwed the pooch. Let's work on that.
Yeah. And they have in many ways been like both, mentors to me, educating me constantly. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, hey, I don't understand this. And they will just spend as much time with me as they would need until I understand it. And it's like, they are great examples of humanists within the atheist community that put their time forth into educating others and helping others and lending Jenna Belk says it the best, not a compassionate ear,
I hang out with Jenna all the time, so I know what you are referring to, but
someone help me. What does Jenna always say? It's not a compassionate ear. It's
did she say charitable?
Charitable listening. There we go. Charitable listening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also Puck helped get Jenna Belk onto my channel. And when I was interviewing Jenna, I was just, oh my God, I was a glob of sweat. I was just like, don't screw this up. You're talking to Jenna from AXP. Don't do it. I'm just like, so scared. And then when she said she had a good time, I was like, really? You don't think I'm an idiot?
Jenna's the freaking best. The freaking best.
And now we have a show together. And also now Kenneth Leonard has a YouTube channel as well. And now Rick Lockhart is a YouTuber as well. He's a Christian that I worked with too. And it was just a domino effect. I got to meet V and then Eric Murphy, Godless Engineer. Like, I met so many people and I was like, dude, these people are awesome. They don't know me. I don't but they're still willing to come on my channel. Maybe I'm doing something right.
No, there's so much growth and collaboration and support in this community. It's blows my mind.
When you get into this, it's baffling how fast you meet so many people that you almost idolized.
Yeah.
And, you realize that, of course you knew this before, that there's nothing really superhuman about them, but I mean, it's just
they're super lame like all of us.
Famous barrier, when that gets broke down and you get to see the real person behind that, you're just like, wow, it's just another person. And, and they can be really nice. Now, if it really sucks when you meet somebody that is an asshole that you idolized, because it totally ruins everything. Like, you probably won't even like their work anymore after something like that, because just you kind of hope that they're nice. And who really wants to idolize an asshole type person? Like, that's I can't get behind that. If they're not going to be a real person, what do I like about this? So, but it's so baffling how fast you meet everybody, and it's just boom, 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 boom. And you're like kind of starstruck, and you're like, oh my God, like, and then you get to actually speak with everybody, and it's amazing how fast it all happens.
And you're all kind of working side by side, like, you're modding all like you and BestName are like all seeing eyeballs. Like,
that's where I was going to go next.
I see you guys everywhere. And yeah, we're all, I don't know.
For those that don't know, BestName Ever and IQ have Excel spreadsheets with everybody's YouTube, Twitter, all their information. and they will immediately like promote it in the comment section over and over. Or if one of us needs a link, within seconds, it's like there. It's like, how do they do this? And they're doing it from their mobile phone, and they're like just pulling stuff and throwing into chat, pulling up fallacies, throwing it in, correcting, navigating the conversations, modding to make sure nobody gets out of hand, sharing the videos. Like, they do so much. And what people don't understand is, to me, time is the most valuable resource. It is more valuable than money. These people, the people who have joined me, Hanna, IQ, BestName, Kenneth, Leonard, Puck, Cindy PLAZA, I forgot to mention her. She had reached out to me to help educate me on trans issues as a result of Talk Heathen, and spent a lot of time with me. These people have given me their time, and that means more than any dollar amount, because for me, I value my time very much. That is actually the one area where I am not as forgiving. For instance, say somebody, let's say we make plans and they get, if someone cancels on me 2 times in a row, last minute, I know it's a barrier. I go up, I'm done. I'm like, you know what? My time, this person is not respecting my time, and my time is important to me. I lost 5 years of time because of seizures and medication. I don't want to lose another second. So that is unfortunately one of my downfalls. I'm not very forgiving if I think somebody is wasting my time.
But it's a good thing you're aging backwards, Ethan. You're getting that back.
I am, dude. I should show you a picture from a few years ago. I look like 10 years older than I do now. I'm like, I think I'm reverse aging just a little bit.
Yeah, boy, what moisturizer do you use?
Coconut oil. I actually really do use coconut oil.
There you go. And also the baby, I don't know if you get this, but there's like always this ongoing gag that atheists eat babies. So maybe that has something to do with it.
That's true. Yeah, baby blood.
Woo, man.
It's such a shame. They're so delicious.
For those watching, no, atheists do not actually eat babies. It is a joke that, unfortunately, several members of the religious community actually think we do. Some of them believe we are.
Just go with it. It's
evil.
fine.
Have you ever had veal? Have you ever had veal?
Veal. Oh, I don't eat beef, but I have back when I was.
Well,
it's pretty.
You've eaten a baby.
It's a baby, yeah. I think as soon as I figured out what it was, I was like, I can't do this. Not that I mean, hey, if you eat meat, that's on you. I just can't do it.
Everybody's got their thing.
Everyone's got their thing. I just get like weird and emotional, so that's just me. But
are you okay tonight, Hanna? Are you okay tonight?
I've had a really long week, so I'm just a little sleepy, and I'm just, I don't know. I feel like this is such a chill kind of show, so I'm just kind of enjoying it, and I'm reflecting a lot, thinking about what I want to accomplish in 2021, thinking what we should all do. I'm really hoping the pandemic ends. I hope Faithless Forum can happen.
Dude, if Faithless Forum happens and like we're good with COVID, all of you people are going to be getting so many frigging hugs from me, as long as I have consent, just so you know.
I miss hugs. I really do.
Hugs are great.
But yeah, thanks for asking, Ethan. I've been up since 4 a.m. So it's not you guys, I promise.
Oh, real quick, if you could vamp for a minute, there is a special guest that I need to bring on camera.
Okay. Is it Bandaid?
Why'd you ruin it?
I'm sorry. Okay.
He's the surprise guest. Now hang on.
I'm sorry.
Let me get the surprise guest.
Okay. I'm going to bring one too. IQ, do you want to reflect or touch on anything that's happened in the new year, or happened in the past year, or anything you want to accomplish in the new year?
No, it's I think twice and speak once.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
careful with my words. But the past year has just been, it's like a snapshot of time. I don't make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Actually, the last New Year's resolution that I'd made was to not wait for an excuse to better myself.
Ah,
If I see a problem and there's something I can do about it, I'm not going to wait for I'm not going to put a date on it. I'm just going to do whatever I can whenever I can do it. And if there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can do, and I'm not going to worry about it. So the past year has just been a big calamity of just, oh my God, this is just, and granted how much death and suffering has happened this past year.
A lot.
There's just so much that's happened in a tight knit little spot, and that you can't really shake that off. That there's only so much suck that somebody can handle, in a short period of time.
yeah.
But I look at this and I can't for a second, deny or downplay all the heartache and misery that so many people have gone through. What I see are the benefits that this year has given us. It has
Yeah.
exposed a lot of problems in our society, in our infrastructure, in our preparedness to handle large problems on large scales. We got caught with our pants down, and it has a lot to do with complacency. This is something that bothered me for years before this pandemic, is that, especially with the American people, not that that's the only people I'm worried about, but disclaimer served, is that modern society is not prepared for a lot of stuff. Most of us can't even grow our own food. We can't slaughter our own animals. We've never had to do any of that. And it's not like, I'm speaking of doomsday scenarios here, but there is so much that we cannot self-suffice on. And
Right.
even if society doesn't ever break down, like in that crazy dystopian, Walking Dead type scenario, there's still so much that we got complacent on, and that this happy, we didn't, we had like the Gulf War in the 90s, and there wasn't much of, we had to deal with, Bin Laden, 9/11, but there's no major like World War III happening. We didn't have to deal with World War II. We didn't have the Vietnam War, so there was so much. It was pretty peaceful, and the world hadn't really gone to shit, absolute shit, in a long time.
Yeah.
And we got caught being complacent about this, and everything's fine, and we just live out our days. We go to work, we go to school, we go to the library. It's just there wasn't anything to slap us on the ass and say, wake the fuck up.
Right.
There's been
Life
a
wants
lot of
you
that
dead.
this year, yeah, life wants you dead.
Just think of life kind of like a casino. The house always wins.
It doesn't want you to win.
Because it's not like there's some intent behind life that just wants to kill you, stab. There's nothing like that. But there are more ways to not be alive and than there is to keep everything running the way it is. And
nature,
there's more things that can go wrong than there's the way things that you want them to be. So kind of like the casino with the house always wins. There are a million ways, everybody, for them to lose their money, but only a few select little ways that people can get the money back. And it's just odds. And life's the same way. There's just so much that can go wrong. And we didn't see as much of that as previous generations. And we got a little wake-up call about how wrong things can go, and we need to be prepared for that. And that's the beauty that I saw in 2020. As miserable as it has been, I'm an optimist, and I try to look at everything on the bright side if possible. And we got shown that we need to get our shit together. And that's something powerful, and that's something you cannot just ask somebody to do. You have to be shown that, and why that's so important.
Sorry I laughed, but when theoretically said, I'm not sure if that's motivational or demotivational IQ, I couldn't help but laugh.
I'm just saying it like it is. You know, I'm just saying.
Real. It's very real. It's not nor optimistic nor pessimistic. It is very like, this is what's fucking happening. So please accept it. Please get on board. Wash your damn hands.
Yes. That's just good practice. Like, we shouldn't have to tell you to wash your hands. Just wash your hands.
It's like bare minimum.
If I could, though,
you nasty.
I do want to interrupt everyone for a minute and 20-second long commercial. That commercial is a fundraiser, which is, so February 4th is the year anniversary of my channel. And what we're doing is using that as an opportunity to raise as much money as possible for recovering from religion. So I am bringing on a whole list of guests, including many people who have appeared on my channel before and others who have not yet appeared on it. Unfortunately, this isn't the most updated video because I just got two more names confirmed for this event. I'll tell you those 2 more names after this brief commercial break.
Ayo.
Now that is a long list of screamers or content creators.
I'm so excited.
And two more I would like to add to the docket. I'll have the video updated soon. Eric Murphy and Drew, the genetically modified skeptic.
Yes.
So the list is growing. I am so excited. And I'm hoping we can raise as much money as possible. We're currently working on shirt designs. We're trying to think of everything.
Oh my God. Sorry. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, Google.
Don't leave
Turn
me.
on the studio lights.
Uh-oh.
Is it back
What's
on?
up, man?
Nope. I can't see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you go.
I'm so sorry. The lights just decided to turn off, so I turned them back on. Anyway, continue,
You lost your
Ethan.
blanket.
Hey, my blanket's right here. I never lose my blanket. I'm like Linus. I'm so sorry.
Carry
That
on
was
then.
incredibly distracting. Go for it.
No, it's
Just like, bye.
yeah. There goes the New Year's show. Oh, you know what we should do? All right. Everyone is not obviously going to make it up till midnight. Some people, it's already midnight for them. Some people, it's already tomorrow. We should do a pretend New Year's countdown.
Okay,
Or
let
is
me
that
go
a
get my
really
dog.
stupid idea?
1 second. Muzzy, come here. Muzzy, come on. She'll be my New Year's kiss. She'll be my New Year's kiss.
And
This
for
is the
those
love
that
of my
don't
life.
know, Bandaid, my cat, has his own little kitty stuffed animal with a Science Universe streaming shirt, like mine.
That's so sweet.
I know, it's sad. It's pathetic.
How is that sad or pathetic? That's adorable and amazing.
It's adorable. I can hear my old self, like from the conservative Republican days, like, oh, this damn liberal acting all lovey-dovey with animals. Oh, I can hear that inside me. Like, what are these feelings? What are you doing?
You can't.
I gotta get my party hat on. Hold on.
Put on. Oh, what? I'm sorry, I'm really... That's the best party hat ever.
Oh. All right. So should we do everyone in the comments? You ready? We'll do a New Year's Eve countdown.
If you watch this in a couple hours, you'll be ringing in the New Year's with us.
Yes. If you watch it at the 1 minute and here, we'll start in 7 seconds. So if you're watching this at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 10 seconds, that's when the New Year's Eve start counting. Blah.
10,
9,
8, 7.
We did a math.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Happy New
Year!
Yay! We're all screaming. We're popping champagne. I'm screaming. Grazie, Masi. Well, let's just hope for a better year. I mean, yes, as a collective whole, because, there was a lot of good, but I think as a world, it was pretty odd. And I don't know what else to say. It's been a freaking dumpster fire.
It has. It's been a roller coaster of a year, that's for sure.
But
indeed,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. We don't have Donald Trump as a president pretty soon. So
Happy New Year!
Happy freaking New Year! I'm gonna drink my water to that because
I know, we are going into the new year without that man in charge, and although we'll probably still have to see him on Twitter.
That is pretty exciting.
You don't have to keep updated anymore. You can just give him a good old swift mute.
Yeah, it's nice to see that less and less people are talking about him. I can already feel his importance going down, and that driving him nuts.
Mm-hmm. I want to just point out, we're still gonna criticize Biden, but we're not gonna be fucking embarrassed.
I'm so glad you said that, because I actually wanted to let my Republican friends and watchers know that hey, I will be just as hard on Biden. The only difference is Biden won't be going on Twitter every day bashing people and posting fake news.
Fake news.
I won't
be not going to be freaking embarrassing like it was.
I won't be wearing a friggin' Biden hat or a Biden t-shirt or decking out my lawn or car like a friggin' weirdo. Like, it's not a sports team. It's a president.
Yeah. I just want everyone to do well, okay? That's all I want.
Oh, nobody's off the hook for criticism.
Of course, ever.
But no. I feel really good that we're going to enter a period of 4 years where it's not going to be invited and like
yeah, no, I think that's
pulled out of you. Like Trump made it so easy for like criticism. Like you didn't even have to try. You don't even have to dig for anything. He just like he just shits on the table every day, and you're just like, hey, look,
hey, there's shit on the table.
There's shit on the table.
Yeah. Well, we won't get too much into. I don't want to start a fight in the comments, and I want everyone to just have a good and safe New Year's Eve. Drink Pedialyte if you would like to not be hungover tomorrow, and lots of water.
B-complex vitamins.
Yeah, that too. And
I
guess
before you start drinking, and top it off before you go to bed with a fat glass of water.
Big old glass.
B-complex vitamins will help prevent the alcohol from building up. It's a long list of chemical reactions that happen, and do not take Tylenol for a hangover.
And not drink and drive. And ideally, if I'm never going to tell people that they can't go out. Of course, I would prefer you stay at home, social distance, be responsible, but I'm also not going to be in your face and demand it. I do ask, though, that if you do decide to go out, try and be as responsible as possible. Do not drink and drive under any circumstances. Call somebody, call Uber, do anything, you can.
If you're in the Austin area, I'll get you.
Yeah, if you're in the Chicago area, my friends, my friends all know that they can. I always tell them, call me.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't get any ideas. Thomas is going to be in the back seat with a nice pick.
Yeah, exactly. I might be sleeping in like a couple hours, so your window of opportunity starts now. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll be here next Thursday. Thank you, IQ, for joining us.
Yeah, real quick, IQ, we're gonna take you off screen so Hannah and I can close out the show. IQ,
right on. Thanks for having me on, man.
Is there anything else you wanted to say to the audience?
Nope. I'd say that should be about do it. Hugs to everybody and be safe.
Thanks, IQ. You too.
Thank you.
See.
Hannah, the best thing about this show with you is it's just fun.
I'm so happy you feel that way. I mean, I do too.
It's just such a break from like the stress of some of the other shows where you have to be on point. You have to be prepared to talk to the callers, make the right objections. This is just like, dude, let's just talk and have a good time.
No one calls us anyway. It's fine.
But hey, at least they're watching us.
I know. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to the mods and everyone who tunes in every week. We really appreciate you. We're brand spanking new, but I think there's going to be lots of growth in 2021.
Oh, there is. I have got so many evil, dark atheist plans. I can't wait. Like, I consider this February 4th will be, with bringing everyone together, will be like the end of phase 1 of my YouTube, career. Kind of like the end of Marvel phase 1. I'm uniting all the Avengers. So just wait. I have got so many plans for phase 2. And I'm just excited. Like, I want to talk about them, but I don't. So you'll just see it in action, because
you'll just have to wait and see. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do give this a like. It really helps us out.
Mm-hmm. And also thank you to my top tier patrons: Jonathon, Friedel, Mercy Face, Cindy PLAZA, Kenneth, Leonard, Kathy Letto, JumpandShoot, Ian, Oz, and Philip Feach. Philip Leitch. Sorry, not Feach. Leitch.
What?
I don't know how I mixed those two up. And to everyone that continues to watch and engage in the comments and be friendly, I appreciate that. I am trying very hard to do something very different here. I want to be a positive, friendly face. I don't want to be just another atheist YouTuber. There is so many great content creators. I want to separate myself in every way possible. And that's where this show comes in. To me, like this dating show with you and I, it gives atheists an outlet where they don't actually have to sit here and just do atheist content or think about atheist stuff. I think
it helps normalize us.
Yes, it does. And it attracts, in my opinion, other people who don't want to hear about atheist content. Well, now those other people are on an atheist channel listening to atheist stuff.
There you go.
From two evil, baby-eaten atheists. Hannah, what else you got going on, or what else did you want to cover before we get out of here?
I'm excited for the anniversary show. You'll see me there co-hosting. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to touching base with a lot of wonderful people. Other than that, I'm pretty sure we'll see y'all next Thursday at the usual time, 9 p.m. We started a little early this week so we could let everyone have a festivity time.
Oh, and shout out to one of my favorite smartasses and one of my first atheist Facebook friends, Kim, you rock.
Hell yeah, Kim. Okay,
that's all I got. Everyone, we'll be back. sorry. Sunday, I'll be back with Jenna Belk on our other show, the Ethan and Jenna Show. Each week, we cover mental health. This Sunday, we'll be covering mental health and goals to kick off the new year. Every Tuesday is The Perspective. It's a call-in show where we tackle supernatural claims, belief in aliens, and conspiracy theories. And the co-hosts that night will be Brainbug and Jenna Belk.
Whoop,
And then,
whoop.
again, the fundraiser, February 4th. I hope to see you all there. Hannah, everyone in the audience, have a happy new year and have a safe new year.
Happy New Year.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.